This is ANAplus, powered by the African News Agency. My name is Lance Witten. You're watching NewsByte, where we give you everything you need to know about Africa now. Malawi is operating without a president at the moment. At least that's what the opposition and many of Malawi's citizens believe. President Peter Mutharika won the general elections in May 2019, but his opponents and many in civil society say he won it fraudulently. The country has been racked by political protests following Mutharika's narrow win. The opposition boycotted his State of the Nation address last week, and clashes with police continue in the streets. There have been claims that some of the ballots in the May election had been tampered with some offering evidence that votes were Tipp-X'd out with correction fluid. It's been more than a month since Malawi went to the polls, but the people there claim nothing is being done about the allegations of vote rigging. The Malawi Congress Party filed an injunction with Malawi's High Court on May 25th. The High Court responded by postponing the release of the final vote count. Political party UTM then lodged more than 200 complaints with a court in Blantyre. Later that day, on May 27th, Mutharika was declared the winner of the election. On June 6th, Malawians took to the streets in protest, demanding a recount of the vote. They clashed with police, who responded with tear gas. Several people sustained injuries during those protests, which included a sit-in outside the ruling party's headquarters in Lilongwe. 2 weeks later, about 15,000 supporters of the opposition marched to the government offices in the capital, Lilongwe, demanding the resignation of the Electoral Commission's chief, Jane Ansah. Again, the protesters were hit with tear gas. They claimed Ansah had failed to deal with the more than 140 elections-related complaints lodged against the commission in light of the vote-rigging allegations. So why are the people so anti-Mutharika? During his first term as president of the landlocked nation of about 20 million inhabitants, he managed to roll out major infrastructure upgrades and oversaw the slowdown in inflation. During his State of the Nation address last week, he said he expected Malawi's economy to grow by 5%. That's up from 4% in 2018. He said this would be driven by agriculture, mining, ICT, and financial services. But recently, Mutharika has been accused of corruption and cronyism, and the people want him out. Protests look set to continue with higher unemployment, poverty, and rolling electricity blackouts behind the citizens' anger. The concerned residents have taken to social media to air their views as well. This is a developing story, and we'll definitely keep our eyes on it here on NewsByte. I'm Lance Witten. This is ANAplus. We make Africa matter.